Hi everyone, this is Brian Hayes, and today I'd like to spend just a couple of moments talking about the benefits of getting some customization work done on your alto flute, particularly if, like me, your hand size is small and your total finger span struggles to reach the low notes on the alto flute comfortably. This is my Armstrong USA Model 80 Professional Series alto flute. This flute was made in the United States around about 1970 or in the late 1960s. I purchased it second-hand, sight unseen, from a lady in New York probably about 30 years ago now. This was in the pre-eBay era of high-definition digital photos where you could really see what you were purchasing prior to paying for it. The lady told me that the flute had some minor dent work damage down here in the bottom half of the body. When I received the flute, it looked as if the flute had been run over by a car or stomped on by someone, and whoever had tried to knock the dents out had done so rather crudely. So this section of the flute was very crumpled. The tone hole here on the lowest key, the F sharp key, was very much damaged, and in fact this whole bank of keys, this whole area here, whilst playable, was quite stuffy and just not inspiring to play at all. So whilst I've had this flute for 30 years, it's just been one of my many instruments. I've never really felt inspired to pick it up and play it, for two reasons. The dent damage really made the low notes less than ideal to play, but also because of my hand size, the original location of the Armstrong keys made it almost impossible for me to hit any note lower than the D sharp key. Now, I asked Maury, as part of the restoration work, if he could bring the keys closer to the body. And as you can see, he's done a fantastic job here of completely rebuilding those three keys. These are brand new keys, not the original Armstrong keys. So Maury has, from scratch, created those three keys and positioned them considerably closer, probably about a centimetre closer towards the body of the flute. And you can see that now, even though I have a small hand size, I can very comfortably go from low D to D sharp to low C sharp and across to C within a comfortable stretch of my right hand little finger. Now what this has meant is this flute is now inspiring for me to play. I actually love playing it and I want to pick it up. It's been completely re-silvered, completely re-padded, all the dents removed, but remarkably this custom work down here has completely made this instrument now just as easy for me to play as my concert flute. So I strongly recommend, if you're struggling to play your alto flute or to find an alto flute where the key work will match your hand size, if you live in Australia, definitely contact Maury Zahner of Better Sounds Australia. Maury's based in Queensland, just south of Brisbane. You can send your instrument to him via insured courier, and I can guarantee you that you won't find a better craftsman here in Australia who has spent his whole life restoring instruments to perfection. He really takes his work seriously, and I'm more than happy to give the strongest possible endorsement to the restoration work done by Maury Zahner at Better Sounds Australia. If you live overseas and you struggle to find a real craftsman, this is not the sort of work that your average guitar shop wind instrument repair person is going to be able to do. If you're struggling to find a solution in the country where you live, drop Maury an email. He does work for people all around the world, and it really can change your life and your interest in playing an instrument, just like it has for me. An instrument that I've owned for 30 years but seldom played, I am now really inspired to play. I'll finish this clip with a short track where I'm forced to play the lowest possible notes on the alto flute, and I've deliberately played this beautiful song, Amazing Grace, in the key that requires me to play the lowest note on the alto flute. Enjoy the track and get in touch with Maury if you need some help getting your instrument brought back to as new condition. Bye for now.